Hello everyone, welcome back to Everyday Shed. My name is Carlos and in today's video we are building a 10 by 12 with 8 feet tall side walls. This is a perfect shed if you want extra storage or if you want a small workshop. I'm gonna walk you through every step of the way on how to build this shed, and the best part is I'm giving you a free set of build plans that you can follow along, making this build much easier. And along the way we're gonna give you some tips so you can save some money as you build it. So stick around, we have a lot to cover, and by the end you know exactly how to build this shed yourself. We're setting this shed on concrete blocks. And this is one of the most common and easiest way to build a shed foundation. Now, sometimes I'll build the sheds on top of 4x4 skids, in which will make easier to move the shed later on. So instead, we're going to be building the floor right on top of the concrete blocks. Before you go any further, make sure that the floor frame is square. The easiest way to do it is to measure both corners. You want to make sure that both numbers match. That means your frame is square. And now that you have a square floor base, you can finalize it by adding concrete blocks in the middle. And next, we are framing the floor using 2x6 boards. They're gonna be spaced 16 inches apart. If you want to go the extra mile, you can use metal hanger brackets to hold the 2x6 in place. In my case, I use 5 nails on the end to secure the 2x6. Then I cover the floor framing with tongue and groove floorboards. For this shed, we're going to use a total of 4 boards. And remember, we have a set of free build plans that you can download to follow along with the video. So make sure you check the link in the description or point your phone's camera to the QR code right here, and that's going to take you to the plans. Now it's time to frame the first wall. These walls are 8 feet tall, which is the exact height of a LP Smart Siding panel. That makes it much easy because the panels fit perfectly and there are no cuts needed. For this shed, we decided to caulk and paint the wall panels before lifting them in place. You can choose to paint the walls afterwards, but we wanted to test if doing this first would make the job easier or faster. The nice thing is that once you have the wall nailed in place, it's already finished and ready to go. What do you think? Would you paint before or after? For the side wall, we built the base frame, we added the rafters, we cut the siding to fit the wall, and painted. And just like before, we finished the whole wall while it was still sitting on the ground. And the idea is to lift it up completely and then nail into place. And using the same strategy as the first 2 walls, we completely built the third wall on the ground, and once it was ready, we lifted it up and nailed it in place. While Scott installed the windows and built the ramp, I framed and added siding to the last side wall. We couldn't build it on the shed floor because there wasn't enough space. And since we had to lift this wall into place, I left the rafters to be installed later on. I chose to use a 2x8 board as a double top plate. This helps keep the wall straight and also gives us a nice 4-inch soffit on the sides. Now, if you're a type of person who loves tackling projects, working with your hands, being outdoor, we have something brilliant for you. It's called Shed School. Shed School is a way for you to make an extra $2,000 a week as a side job. We're going to be working with you, local shed builders across the nations to help you build your own business, find jobs, and even provide customer service. This is not just a course, this is a community where together we help each other out, build a business, and make extra money. So if you're interested, make sure you check the link in the description or the QR code that's right here. Once all the rafters were installed in place, I went back and added siding to the last wall. This will allow Scott to continue painting while I work on finishing the roof decking. Once the roofing deck is finished, it's time to install the roofing. But before we do that, make sure to put down underlayment or roof tar paper and add drip edge along the sides. I'm using architectural shingles for this shed. I start with the first row at the bottom and then work my way up like a staircase. Roofing is pretty simple, but it does take time. Just be careful and work safely while you are up on the roof. Next, we install all the trim around the shed, including the windows and doors. I'm using PVC trim and fastening with a 15 gauge finish nailer. Later, I found out that actually a brad nailer works best. So if you do have an 18 gauge brad nailer, I recommend using it. The last step is to frame and cover the door with siding. I've built a very similar door before, and we even made a full video on it. Make sure to check out our channel for more detailed information, not only on doors, but also anything shed related. You notice that I painted the siding panels ahead of time, which helps save time when building the door. Once the door is fully built, you can add trims around it, giving a nice finished look. I'll leave a link in the description for the windows we used here and also for the hardwares for the doors. These are very affordable and you're not gonna find hardwares like these in the big box stores, so make sure to check that out. And don't forget to leave a small gap on the bottom of the door to help open and close the door freely. Alright, that's our 10 by 12 build. I hope you learned something. Make sure to grab your free build plans. The link is in the description. And if you're serious about building shed, make sure you check out Shed School. Again, link in the description or the QR code right here. Now, If you found this a little bit challenging, I have a video that's even easier for you. It's an 8x8 classic shed. It's right here. Make sure you check that out. I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.